Wyatt's POV. I watched her intently. My mate was more than the word beautiful indeed. She had a radiant face, long lashes, and a nice sculptured nose that suited her with plum lips that were soft and kissable. My heart pounded every time she was near. A woman has never made me feel this way. I inhaled her scent again. It was addictive and calmed my inner wolf. I didn't want a mate because I'm not a good man. I have killed and done everything that would repulse a woman like her, so I told myself I'll never get a mate. But seeing her just once, all that changed. I wanted to hold her and protect her. I wanted to mate and mark her, but I knew better. If I marked her now, all my enemies will aim at her, and they are so many, including the new Dark Wolf King. Her eyes slowly fluttered open and her beautiful eyes met mine. She blushed, remembering what happened last night, and I smirked. Adira covered her face with her hand and tried to turn away, but I grabbed her wrist. Embarrassed, are we? I said huskily. She was too perfect. She suddenly straddled me, taking me by surprise. Good morning, mate. She kissed me on my lips, and sat on my legs, smirking. Morning, my lovely lady. Her heart was pounding in her chest even though she acted so bold now. I'll go and get ready for the day, she said and got off me quickly. And I'll make breakfast, I murmured. I walked to the kitchen, browsing through the fridge. I got eggs and bacon and prepared the food. I wasn't a good cook, but I made a decent breakfast, so that's a start. Luca walked into the kitchen, rubbing his eyes when he saw me there. Morning, I greeted, but his frown deepened. What are you doing here? He asked icily. Someone is overprotective of their sister. I thought we got along fine yesterday. He sat at the counter stool and I pushed him a plate of eggs and he poured himself juice. You're going to be around a lot, won't you? He asked, disappointed. I nodded and finished making breakfast for my mate. She came and kissed my cheek. Breakfast, thanks, she said. We sat down to eat quietly. I could tell Lucas and Adira were mind-linking. Wyatt, when are we leaving? We have trouble at the pack, came Aspen mind-link. I sighed, knowing the dark wolves were attacking us again. Before I became king, the werewolf realm was led by a cruel man. He let his mind and heart be corrupted by the sorcery's dark spells. He only ever wanted more power than he already had and did malicious things to attain it. He killed anyone who spoke against him. It was a dark time for our people, but when I became of age, I challenged and killed him. I imprisoned, banished, and killed some who were loyal to the former king, but they were a large number and we couldn't eradicate them all, so over the years, they managed to rebuild, and now, rumors are spreading that they groomed another king who will lead in their interest and take my throne. Alpha, are you still there? He asked, concerned. Soon, I'll tell Adira that we are going, I said, looking at my mate. You're taking her? Jet asked. Of course, she's my mate and I'm not leaving her for these vultures, I bellowed. And Rachel? Rachel is the sister of Alpha Richard of the Silver Dawn Pack. They played a huge role in the battle against the Dark King since they had the numbers and wealth. The old Alpha agreed to aid me in the war on the condition that I take his daughter as my Luna when I'm ready to take one. We made an oath in front of many. It wasn't a hard decision to make at the time because I had no intentions of finding my mate, and Rachel and I grew up together and, we fucked a couple of times, but I had no feeling for her. She didn't mind that I fucked others, so, I agreed. Her wolf chose you as her mate. And I didn't choose her as mine. In fact, I warned her not to fall for me, but she did. She even tricked me into marking her as my Luna when I was all drugged up, I roared. I wasn't too upset about it that time because I didn't think I'll find my mate, but now, it angered me. That was low of Rachel, Jet sighed. I need to talk to Richard and his father. I need to break the oath. They won't take kindly to it. You have been fucking Rachel for years and you just want to ditch her? Jet asked. That woman is in love with you, Aspen chuckled. I'm the fucking werewolf king and won't answer to anybody. My word is the law, and if I break my pledge to them with good reason, no one will dare question it, I declared and closed the mind link. It won't be easy, Wyatt. Rolf said. I fucking knew that. It was a blood oath, but I can't reject my mate, not when I know her, and is slowly becoming the center of my existence. Do you have a girlfriend, Wyatt? Lucas asked, getting me out of my thought, and I choked on my coffee. My gaze went to my mate. She wanted to know as well. No, why would you ask that? Because your phone has been vibrating for a while and you don't answer it, he shrugged. I frowned. I didn't even hear it as I was lost in my thoughts. It's work, I didn't lie. Rachel was calling, but for work. She was an ambassador of her pack in the palace.